Yo, wagwan. Tis your boy, Jeton Legendary, and we are back with another Cyberpunk photo session. This episode, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, man. We have the Blue Hour. Okay, now you're probably wondering, what is that? That is the hour of lighting that happens right after the twilight hour. It's a perfect hue of blue with this very slight bit of lighting from the sun being directly behind the mountains, but perfect enough where you could still see the light come up over the mountain slightly, but not so much like the twilight hour. Not as beautiful and golden as the twilight hour, but still pretty dang great looking. Alright, for this one, we got OGV, we got Pinup V, and for the third character, I'm not really sure yet, because I didn't set this up beforehand like I usually do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out all the links in the description. Might find some stuff you might like. Instagram, Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, and never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. With that being said, oh yeah, new merch has been created, so you can check that out if you want. Let's go. You know, my fool self, all this time I've been setting up these mountains, I could have just did this. Check this out, man. With this world builder joint here, you spawn the mountain. Now, I would always do it with this, and then I'll get lost, and I'm like, okay, I don't know where the fuck to put this thing. But this one, I'm a dummy. I didn't know you could just boom and bam. Look at that. I can move it. Okay, with all that extraterrestrial stuff. Wow, mountain is right where I need it to be. Maybe a little too close. This thing is huge. Holy crap. Okay, it's definitely not where we need it. That's a little too big. About 2,000. This might be the biggest mountain yet. Look at that. I ain't realized you could do that though. Too tall. Actually, no, that's how big that dang mountain is. Gracious. Oops. Yeah, I ain't realized you could do this though. Look at that. Boom, now we have it in position. Easily. All that time I was doing it the hard way. Look at that. Well, it's a little too far away, but I'm gonna move it up. Matter of fact, hold on. Can we move it back into position? Okay, not directly, but yes. So boom. All that time, man, I was doing it the hard way, dude. But look at that. Now we have our blue hour look. Okay, of course it's gonna look a little better once we get the lighting better. And now I'm gonna build a little crib. Maybe not a crib, maybe just like a vehicle in the background. I think that'll look pretty cool. But look at that, the simplicity of it. Come on, man, I ain't know that. Hold up, check the fit. Check the dang fit real quick. Come on, man, she stays swagged up, boy, man. Come on, man. Look, man. Wait, I just realized something. Oh, okay, I'm gonna say, why do I have a light? That was from the intro. I ain't putting no light down. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I just kind of forgot. Slide that up out the way real quick. Ooh, why she look like that? Oh, because her face is live. God dog it. Hold on. I messed up. Wait, what's going on with her face? It's live. Okie dokie. Go ahead, reduce that depth of field just a little bit here. I'm going to add something in the background. I'm thinking a building of sorts. Just a simple building. Kind of similar to what we did for Irish V, but not too much because I got a plane. I'm more than likely going to use her because I have not used her for any photos in a long time. I'm gonna most likely hop on her for the next character in this. I'm kind of thinking, since we're going with the Twilight look, should we use a bit of film grain and keep it more of a raw film look? Do one lamp. A little bit. At about 10. And in terms of time, let's move that back just a little bit. Man, hold up. So you're just gonna watch this much of the video, and you not even gonna subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. Wait, hold on, no. Too far. We need it to be more blue in the world, so say 20 would be good. For that proper blue hour look. Okay. And in terms of light, yeah. One lamp might do the job. Give it more of that natural look, which is already pulling off quite well. I think I got one issue though. The area is a little too dark. We don't really need it to be that dark, considering it's already fairly dark. I'm thinking 25 should be good. You know what I'm saying? I just released a voting poll as of today, letting people or asking people like, hey, I want to see more photo sessions, or are we, you know what I mean, are we cool with the 2 photo sessions and then photos of the week on Fridays? Guess we shall find out shortly. You know what I'm saying? Although I need to close these stuff up. I got Twitch up on somebody's stream so I could get some free rewards on Black Desert. And video I was watching, but I'll finish watching it later. I see some stuff doing a thing so far though, so we good here. We'll see with the voting poll though. Speaking of, you know what I'm saying? Cause I like the photos of the week at the end, but if people want to see more photo sessions, I'll gladly make that happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got the folder open. Messing up. I'm messing up, bro. Here we go. Want to see some more photo sessions? We can make that happen. Random props. Which one did I use for Irish V? Did I use the castle? Did I have the castle in the background? I think I had both the castle and the cathedral. The Irish V set was kind of a blue hour type of photos before I even realized that that's what people were doing a lot of. So I guess it still kind of counts in an accidental way, in a real way. Because I sure enough did not know that that was a common thing that people were doing, you know what I mean? That was the trendy styles these days, you know? I just figured, hey, it kind of matches what we're doing for her. I'm gonna make it happen. Little did I know that apparently Blue Hour was something that a lot of people are doing. Which I don't blame them, because this is pretty dang clean and we ain't even really did much yet. Oh. Stop. We ain't even got the what's name on. Now, do we want to use some grain for this set? I feel like maybe I should. Kinda adds to the look quite nicely. She clean right now. The fit is nice. It's gonna be a 2-parter though. Of course, you won't see the second half. That'll be for the you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see that here. Oops. It's a simple but clean fit right here. Now what I was gonna do was have her on the beach, but I'm like, let me save that for one of the other 2. She ain't really, obviously her fit isn't very beach, but it would have looked pretty clean on the sand unless I should any dang ways. I think I might. Because the other characters are definitely gonna have more of a more creative, as where this character is more just like, look at the sheer swag levels. You know what I'm saying? Look at the sheer swag levels. A little bit. I mean, her photos is always about the levels of swag that I give the character. I mean, how swaggy is the character in that moment? But I think in this case, it'd probably be cooler to see her in with a nice city background on the beach. Let's test that out real quick, because it's not like we have to delete any of this. Okay, no, the beach scenery is clean. We're gonna stick with this right here. See more of the colors back here, because I had a better idea for another character that we're gonna use the island for, as where this is perfect. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Put that back where we had it. I also forgot, I did mention in the intro, but I did make some new designs, you know what I'm saying? Starring little Miss V here. So if I want to check those out, make sure you do that. Them joints came out clean. Because I was thinking about it, right? I'm like, okay, the design I've created with the whole cult thing is clean. But I know there's a lot of people who probably wouldn't be so keen on rocking that on themselves, you know what I'm saying? Which I fully understand, because there's a lot of weird folks out here. So I made a new design that looks similar to, okay, that I designed a few, maybe not even a week ago. It's actually been like just a few days since I've designed all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this right here, this should work for everyone. If you want, you know what I'm saying, the hopefully the mic didn't pick that up. That was pretty dang loud though. But if you don't really want to rock that look, then boom, now there's a more normal look. Something more regular style. Down a little bit, you know, not with the whole cult thing. Because I was getting disappointed too, because I made the design for out of pure swag on a game called APB Reloaded back in the dang day, dude. That's it. That's all it was for. That's all it was about. It was a dang design that I made, and it worked. People bought them the fuck up. But now all of a sudden in this modern day, you know what I mean, I keep seeing cult this and cult that. And I ain't even talking about like the old school one. You know what I mean, the crap from back in like the 70s. I mean like new stuff. I keep seeing new stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. It was messing with what I was working with here. You know what I'm saying? It was messing with my creations. She's definitely not looking at the camera, but that is fine. She's looking elsewhere for sure. Oh, let me see something. I want to test out. Go with less light and make it look a bit more natural. Because that right there is clean. Has a very realistic look to it, but obviously we still have to be able to focus on the character here. I want to make it look more natural. Go with a spotlight. Back that up a little bit. Increase that light just a little bit and then tan it up a bit. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, son, this was a clean design I had thought about back in the day. Just because the text was mad clean and I had never seen anyone use a text like that before. So that's why I started using it. But like I said, I keep seeing fucking, I keep seeing cult this and cult that. It's like, come on, man. Like I said on one of my Warcraft videos, is lagging like crazy. I am absolutely in no way, shape, or form trying to run no fucking cult, dude. It was for pure swag purposes, but I don't know. Some people are superstitious like that. You do something like that, and they automatically think off the bat, "Oh, he's trying to do that." Nah, it was just a design I made on a game back when I was like fucking 17 years old. Okay. It is no more than that. Never has been. Never will be. Okay. About there should be good. You know what I mean? That's all it ever been. It was a clean design I created. I was a dang team. I'm gonna scroll this back to this side because of her hand, the shadow to the side of her jacket in her hand. It's popping up on her face. Alright, let's see what that looked like. You know what I'm saying? It was a clean design that I created back in the day when I was a youngster. I'm seeing all kinds of crap pop up. I'm like, dang. Okay. Well, this ain't good. I had a design that I created. Now there's some weirdo stuff popping up out of nowhere. I ain't got time for that. I should probably use the Steam joint so we can see the film grain. Although that is very clean. You know what? I might be able to add it into After Effects because that's clean like that. I'm gonna keep it just like that. Matter of fact, let me turn that off real quick. Bagging like crazy though. It's gonna take a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's not like people was talking about like the stuff from the 70s, because if it was all that old stuff, then I wouldn't give a crap because, well, it's all old as fuck. But it's like a lot of modern day stuff. I'm like, we still doing these? Huh? People still falling for this stuff. So I'm like, I ain't gonna get rid of the design, but what I will do is make a secondary design that the common person would be much more willing to rock. Not some not the original design. If they're not willing to put that on their on themselves, which, like I said, I fully understand, because there is a lot of weirdos peoples out here. It's just insane to me that is indeed still a thing that people are falling for. I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? If someone is a regular old human and they could bleed just like you could bleed, and they sitting here talking about, I have the histories and the news, and I can teach you, I can bring you to the powers and this and that, man, they lying like crap, boy. If you just a human, if they just a human just like you a human, and they could bleed just like you could bleed, they ain't got nothing special that you ain't got, alright? You feel what I'm saying? It is that simple. Unless you own some stuff and they got you that way, then, you know, that's the more unfortunate part. But the crazy thing is, some people don't even be on nothing. They just be believing any dang thing. Some people don't even be on crap. They just be believing stuff, but no dang reason. That crap is insane to me. I'm seeing like new stuff pop up. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I watch a lot of spooky documentaries and stuff like that, because it's just real interesting. And I'm seeing like new stuff, dude. These is videos that was only made like maybe a year ago, talking about this cult in 2023 and 2020. I'm like, huh? 2020? That was only 5 years ago, bro. 2023. 2024. 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how, Sway? How we still, you know what I mean? How we still going for this? Well, I guess I can't say we, because majority of us ain't. But how are people still falling for that type of activity? It don't make no sense to me. Easily impressionable type people, huh? How easily impressionable do you have to be to see some fucking a clear case creep, you know what I mean, on this creep activity? I'm out, I can teach you the histories and the mysteries of the world. Whatever the fuck they be talking about, I don't know. That crap had me confused. I'm like, I gotta make a new design. So it'll be better for the common folk who are not willing to rock that, which I would fully understand. That's why I made secondary design. This design is the same text as the original design, but it's not the cult. It's legend instead, which makes sense, because anytime I start the intro, I do say Gentleman the Legendary. You know what I'm saying? So if the people's just rocking legend on their shirt, you see that all the time. Well, not on shirts, but you see it all the time. People call themselves legends and whatnot. It's a common thing. So I'm like, boom, that should work. And it's still mad swag. And I got mad designs too. I made a lot of them. There's whites, there's blacks, there's color blocks, all kinds of joints. Check them out on the website, bro. They're real nice. They came out real nice. I like the way they came out. I'm gonna definitely be doing some more too. Won't be the only look. There'll be more. Be more for sure. I think y'all will thoroughly enjoy them. Sweaters, all kinds of stuff. I want to do. Actually, hold on, let me turn her around real quick. Let me face more of the city. We ain't got that much space in the city. I wanted to keep it varied, all kinds of designs, all kinds of ideals for all kinds of peoples. Of course, it's by choice, you know. So I'm not like, yo, you go get something. Nah, you know, that's all your choice. But if you do see them, yeah, I mean, I think you might be fairly impressed. You know what I'm saying? Turn her this direction real quick. Crap came out swaggy for sure. Put that right at the top of the headpiece. Although I'm confused. YouTube won't update the crap. I'm trying to add them to the shelf of where you see everything on the channel. For some reason, I cannot do that. It's only showing the old stuff, not showing the new stuff. It is not showing the new stuff. Actually, let me have her look up over the camera. You know what I mean? I'll make my characters look at the camera too much. I should have gave this fool a necklace or something. I didn't think about it. Should have gave her a goddamn necklace, man. Right about there. And boom. Silver chain with the black and white. She got that big old fucking silver button on her pants. That would have been perfect. That belt loop is massive. I just realized that. I ain't never seen a belt big enough for that. I've had a few belts throughout my life and they've never been that big. Goodness gracious. Although there was definitely some point in time in life, I'm pretty sure growing up I saw people wearing massive belts. Mainly women. I mean like huge belts too. Gargantuan belts. I remember seeing that all the time as a kid. Especially because I was living in good old Buffalo, New York. You know, New York, man. Whether it's New York or upstate, people gonna be swaggy in New York. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that was definitely a thing at some point. I don't remember when exactly and how old I was, but for sure when I was a kid. It lasted quite a while too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I saw white people doing it too. I think everybody was rocking big belts at some point. Gargantuan belts that probably never even actually worked like belts. It was just a part of the look. You know how that is. Not even actually a belt. It's just the look. It's just the look, you know what I mean, that you go for at those times. That trendy type activities. Like this goes back to what I was saying some time ago. Why we need people who create mods to make more casual clothing. Even in the year 2077, I don't think there's going to be that many people rocking the tech style. Because it's just kind of ugly. It has not yet been trendy because it's just not great looking. Very unnecessary. It's just a lot of yuck with it, you know. Now, of course, to each they own, as I always say. You wear as you wish. But it's still fairly ugly. That's like, will tall tees ever probably be back in? Probably not, because that crap was ugly. Alright, that's saying a lot. I was in New York when everybody was doing that. I was on the West Coast when everybody was doing it. Not to the same extent. New York took it to a whole nother level. Dang, shirts was barely shirts. It was more like fucking nightgowns and crap. It was ugly. It was ugly then, it would be ugly now. Is she blinking? Why is she blinking? How is she blinking? Or is it because I'm changing poses? Just realized that. He's supposed to be blinking. Well, let's face one this direction. Just have her looking out to the... How about to say the sun? But I kind of messed up now that I think about it. We are technically doing Twilight Hour. This is not Blue Hour. The sun isn't supposed to be up. So I goofed. But it's alright. We'll get it we'll get it for the next two characters. I just realized that this is not Twilight Hour. This is this is not Blue Hour. This is Twilight Hour. The sun is up, giving you that golden hue. Blue Hour, the sun is not supposed to be up, you know. There's supposed to be no sunlight. We definitely got a bit of sunlight going on here. It's that perfect hour when the sky is perfectly blue. The sunlight has not fully dropped, but it is behind whatever said landscape there is. It's like right there. Enough where you can see the sunlight, but not literally the full sunlight. We're looking at dang near the full sunlight. This is 100% twilight hour. I goofed. But they look great, so we'll keep it going. I mean, we'll keep it rolling because it just looks great. Though I did mess up for sure. This is not 2 hour. This is twilight. Just that twilight right here, boy. We're looking in that direction. For the next characters though, we'll have it properly because I'm gonna be using the island. It's just for this character since she's rocking a more simplistic style. Well, I don't know about simplistic. It's swaggy as fuck. It look like some type of fisherman matrix. I don't know. The hat is definitely a fisherman style hat. It's just clean though. She clean, man. With the baggy, I'm gonna be using these pants forever. These are some of the greatest pants that somebody ever made. Proper street style baggy pants for Lady V. You just don't see it. Okay? You just don't see it. And when I finally did, I'm like, it's about dang time. Cause somebody made some for Mel V. Shoot, somebody made a whole Dickie suit for Mel V, but not Lady V. But then somebody else did come around and grab the chinos that the Valentinos wear. They made them wearable for female V, so those were a good replacement. Somebody else, well, you know what? I should send a request to that person and be like, yo, the regular flannels they got in the game, is it possible that you could take those flannels and give them the same color as the chinos you made? I'm about to send that full message. I remember who made them. See what they say. Cause that would be clean. Then we would have a full proper Dickie suit for female V. Needed, okay? Like I said, this is Night City. This is California, alright? People in the future will absolutely, West Coast fools in the future will absolutely still be rocking khaki suits. Alright? With some Chuck Taylors. Why? Because they've already been doing it for like 70 years. Why would it change in another 50? You know? It probably won't. As a West Coast dude myself, guess what I got in my dang closet? A whole lot of fucking khaki suits. I got gray, I got black, I got fucking khaki, I got all kinds of colors, and guess what? I'm gonna have more. Why? Because it is a staple of West Coast style, and the chances of it changing is slim to none. Okay, let's keep it a hundo here. It's so much of a California style that even the youngins is still rocking it. Okay, it ain't gonna die. It can't die. It's West Coast like crazy. Okay, I was living on the East Coast before I realized it was a thing, and when I got back to the West Coast, I was rocking it, man. As a youngster, as a little dude. Now I'm not a little dude, and I'm still rocking that style. It is not California, but I mean, well, yeah, California too, but it is a West Coast staple, dude. Arizona, Cali, Vegas, all of us is rocking these dang type of fits. We been. Chances that we'll stop, slim to fucking none, dude. Us black folks, the Latinos, even some white people be rocking it. Mainly Long Beach folks. White folks be rocking it. It's a Cali staple. Simple. Okay. West Coast classic style for sure. Night City is where? California. Okay. Like I said, it's a California staple. So you see the Valentinos, they wear that stuff. So why would a healthy portion of the regular California residents not be rocking it? This is expensive. Obviously, a lot of folks here in Night City are struggling. Because it is Night City is pretty dang rough. But still, you would still be seeing it. Alright, with that being said though, that is a full 10 of well-crafted photos here. Now we're going to put her in the second part of the outfit, which you will not see because we're going to move on to the next V, which I think I said pinup V or Irish V. No, I'm going to do Irish V because we're going to use the island for her. And then pinup V, I'm probably going to use one of these houses on the side here because I have not used these for her, which would be perfect for that blue hour look. I got a couple of 1950s looking outfits that'll work perfectly for her, so boom. You know what I'm saying? On to the next character. Alright, see now, if we wanted it to be that proper blue hour, this is the time we should have had it at, where the sun is back behind the... I'm gonna say, what the fuck is that? I don't remember no mountain being there. Ah, that's the mountain I spawned. I forgot they're still over there. How about to say, huh? I ain't never seen that. Okay, so boom, right there. You know what I mean? Look how perfectly blue it is. This is how we should have had it. My fool self had it too, I had it at twilight hour, so boom, that's about like 1840 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? But let me spawn a table real quick to make it look like she got some drinks or something. Despawn, because that's we gonna respawn it when we get back. Pink table or something like that. Yeah, it is the one. And then drinks, you need some drinks. Let's go with, because it's a chill day on the beach. Wine bottle. Right? Go ahead, lift that up. Ooh, lift that up. Oops. That joint right there. And then glass. What this looks like. Oh, that's good. And it's got drinking. Oh, boom, it's perfect. Make sure they're not floating. Okay. Floating a tiny bit. Just. Oh, ooh, no! I had it. I had it, man. Okay. Okay, alright, that's good. Guess we just make her face this way. And whichever way we going, we going. I ended up deciding against doing a secondary set for OGV because it was just too similar. I'm like, it's too similar. It's not very different from what we've doing. So if I do a secondary set with any character, it should be her because her outfit is this is more of this character's style anyways, that pinup style. So it actually worked for this character. As where for OGV, not quite as much. And her outfit, it didn't make sense. It was no different from what I had already done. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's go with a full setup for this one. It's definitely gonna be more along the lines of that professional look. Add down just a little bit. Some as well. Like all these way down. About 80. Boom. Gives it that natural look. You see how beautifully blue it is. You know what I mean? Little old school style fit. Now we just look for some poses. I already got somebody who voted on the poll. They said they like the normal pacing that we got going, but they do want to see me create some characters from scratch again. And you know what? It has been a long time since I've created some presets for people to download. Since I am pretty much maxed out on characters, any character I create now will just be an extra, unless they just simply look that great. But I have so many dang characters, I doubt that'll be the case of, okay, this character might look too great, let me go ahead and keep this character. Nah, probably not. I got a lot of characters. So now any character I create can be, I should make for download purposes. I pretty much got all the characters I needed. I needed 3 of each. That is pretty much what I have. So any new character I create, I mean, that should be good. You know what I'm saying? That should be good. Let's put that in just a little bit. I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. I ain't even think about that. I do create so many dang characters. I do create so many dang characters that might work. That might just work. It's a process to that crap too, man. It really is. Making sure all the characters that you're creating is perfect to what they're supposed to be. I kind of thought about that too in the past. I'm like, I should do like a guide or something, teaching people how to make a specific type of character and what you need to make that happen. What their facial structure should look like and all that good stuff in order to ensure that you're creating the proper Black American character. Maybe you're trying to create an African character. I just realized I don't have any Yes, I do. Fine. I'm about to say I don't have any African characters. I do. That would be Damu. She's Kenyan. She is from Kenya, but born and raised, or not born, but raised in South Central California, specifically Crenshaw. Specifically Crenshaw, baby. Exactly why. She's supposed to be a Crenshaw Mafia blood. Here we go. That's like this character. When I was creating this character, I'm like, I need a character who looks like a white lady in her early 30s who is absolutely infatuated with the idea of the 1950s dress styles and all that. Just a little bit of tattoos. Not too much. And here she is. She came out dang perfect. Every pinup theme I do with this character is magnificent. She has that perfectly adorable look, but also that saucy look too, if necessary. You know what I'm saying? Which is fairly typical of pinup styles. 1950s styles, you know. I mean, all the characters have a perfect theme of some sort. I wonder how would I make that happen though? Would that be on live stream or would I do that in I guess that would be a live stream type of thing. Creating some characters live. Downloads will be available on Nexus. Cause I mean, what can I say? I'm kinda I put a lot into my characters, and especially now that I know how to hit my knee on the desk. Now that I know how to make presets on Skyrim now, I'm trying to do some dang Skyrim character presets too. I could do a couple of body presets as well on Skyrim. Not really here. Here you have to model a whole body yourself. I ain't got that, you know what I mean? I ain't got them skills. Where she at? These are seated poses. I'm not looking for seated poses. We ain't got, you know what I mean? I guess they would work, but that's not really what we were looking for, at least at the moment. Because, I make her sit on the table. The table's not very wide at the base, though. Good way to fall over. Holding a whole human, you know. I was kind of thinking on that, you know what I mean? I was kind of thinking on it. I do need to start doing some presets again. It has been a long time since I've released a preset. Like 7 months, I think. No, 8 months. My last preset was a dark chocolate lady. Although, you know, with it's a lot to put together. I mean, it's not a lot to put together, but it's a little you gotta remember everything you have. Everything you have that enhances characters, so that when people download, there won't be no errors. Problem is, sometimes I don't be remembering, because not everything is properly labeled. People don't always label their mods, so when you go to figure out what might be on your character, it's hard to know sometimes, because people don't have everything labeled. I don't even remember where I put the dang folder where I was creating those all that. So it made it easier to have the folder. Oh, you know what? No, I do remember. It's should be in the random stuff folder. random stuff. That's where I usually put my musics. I don't know why I call it random stuff. I should call it my work, because that's what it is. Music, creations, other things, other important things, and stuff like that. For some reason, for like the last decade, I've called it random stuff. It's not really random stuff. It's all me important stuff, usually recording related stuff. They fucking Nexus, they banned me from posting my videos over there any dang ways for 30 days because of so-called nudity rules, which is stupid as fuck, because all this stuff comes from YouTube and I wouldn't be stupid enough to upload something where a character is nude and on YouTube and not be censored. I think somebody was hating or something, because that makes no sense. The one joint I saw, the one where they said was against the rules, was from the recent Skyrim video, where it said can't have the character in a visible thong. But here's the thing, I purposely used the picture where her hand is her hands are covering her backside, so you can't truly see any dang thing. Her hands are in the way. I did this on purpose because it was the safest photo to use. Then it said something about like close visuals of the character's nipple or something like that, which was also stupid because if you go back to that thumbnail, unless her dang nipples are on the side of her chest, you can't see any dang thing. It's impossible to see anything unless you have mystical, magical X-ray vision where you can see through 3D characters and photos and crap like that, which would make no sense because that's not at all how any of that works, which is why it makes it stupid. You can't see nothing. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. That's alright. Maybe I shouldn't be wasting my time posting to the other goofier stuff any dang ways. I'll make a dang mod every now and then and connect the channel to it. Connect the video to it. I'm gonna do it that way. I did it before. It worked pretty dang well. Alright, if you're gonna be banning me from posting stuff for so-called rules that I definitely did not break, then sure, do your thing, I guess. It makes you happy. Do your thing. I got ways. And that way is just simply continuing with creating content so I can build the channel back up and not have to worry about posting to other stupid websites. Wasting my time posting crap to Twitter. Other fucking poo butt websites. Instagram is decent. They just want you to pay a lot. Not a lot, but pay often. I mean, if it works, then it works. But it just gotta work, you know what I mean? Because if it don't work all that well, then it's like, all right, well, I ain't putting my money in this if it ain't doing enough. This is some costly stuff out here, okay? This crap ain't free, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money I'm willing to spend on something that's only gonna give me any dang thing if I'm paying. It's like, what's the point? You know? You're making genuinely good stuff and you got people subscribing, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere you fall out of the algorithm so you can pay up. It's like, ooh. That's some dirty activity right there, boy. I mean, this is something I've known for a while though. It all comes down to just making sure you get the crap out. I always post to other websites though, just in case. Because there's some people who might not even know. And if you post it to another website, it's like, oh shoot, this dude's videos is cool, and then boom, they subscribe. That's what I was using Nexus for. But someone within the moderation team, I always see the same two names I'm sure there's a lot more moderators than just 2 people on that website, but yet and still I only ever see the same 2 names, one name more often than the other, talking about you're breaking the rules, even though each and every time I use thumbnails that would be safe for the rules, because after all, it's on YouTube. I'm not going to put something not safe onto YouTube. The whole point is attempting to build the channel, not destroy it by posting the madness. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it is what it is, bro. It is what. Oh, dang leg is itching out. It is what it is. You know. How many we got? We need 3 more. Let me see here. Okay, that's a good one. I'll use that. We're gonna do what we gotta do, though. We're gonna do what we gotta do. There's always gonna be some sort of setback. You gotta know how to push through that said setback. I was going to redo this channel, but I'm like, nah, that's a dumb idea. I was gonna, I'm sure some people probably saw me do that post where I said, that I was gonna start new. Well, nah, that's probably not necessary. There's probably more people than I realize, and I'm just not creating the common stuff that people wish to see, which is why I made the voting poll. I'm like, I might be, you not be so hasty here. I mean, you not be so dang hasty. Slow it down. Think about it and be like, wait, let me make a post. See what people want to see. If people want to see more photo sessions, that's fine. Because that's what I kind of wanted to do with you dang ways. With the occasional little music video every now and then. But for the most part, the photo sessions, that works. Because in time, especially when it cools down, because it's hot as fuck right now, so I'm not doing nothing photo-wise outside. It's too dang hot. I'm cool on that idea. It is way too dang hot right now. When it cools down, okay, I want to be able to do some real lifestyle photo sessions, whether that be at like car shows and stuff like that. It'd be sick. So it'll work, and this is something that no one else really does. So I'm like, boom, it's perfect. I'm maybe on YouTube, I don't know, like overall, I don't know about overall, but maybe on YouTube, I feel like I've like created a genre here, and I want to keep that going. Of people who do behind the scenes photo set, or why I'm doing the photo sessions, so that you could see the process of how I do it all. That'd be cool. I've never seen anybody else do this, so I'm like, okay, let me stick with that. Not be so hasty here. Maybe people just want to see more of these. I'm like, boom, let's do more of these then. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, ooh, my back, ooh. That is my most common video type on this channel. Whether it's Skyrim, whether it's Cyberpunk, whether it's Black Desert, GTA, it is the photo sessions. Although I want to record a whole bunch of these today, but I don't know if I could get GTA working. It's busted again. I'm about to uninstall GTA offline, I'm gonna be honest with you, because even that's becoming more annoying. Every time I look up, a mod is outdated. I'm getting tired of it. GTA modding is some of the fucking worst, and every time I get on there, something's broken. This wasn't a problem, you know. You'd be waiting like 16 years before you gotta update some mods. Now all of a sudden, I gotta update a mod dang near every week, and I don't know which one it is because it doesn't directly tell you which mod is broken. You just get an error text. Something has failed, and it is simple as that. And then now I gotta sit here and figure out what is broken again for the 3rd time this week. This is not something I'm used to with GTA mods. GTA mods, you usually don't have to worry about updating them until like 3 months. Now I gotta update the crap like fuck every 3 days. Like I said, half the time you don't even really know what's broken. Half the dang time you don't even really know what's broken. Kinda just gotta figure it out, which I don't like doing because GTA modding sucks. Okay, if you never did any GTA modding, it's very old school, a little too dang old school. You gotta go in there, figure out what files is what. You gotta, man, it's a lot. I can't even explain it all right here. It's a lot of dumb crap. That's what it is. That's the best way I could put it. A lot of bull crap. It's a lot of stupid crap. I didn't fix none of those lights. It's a lot of dumb crap you gotta do. That's what GTA modding is. It is very old school, moving files to direct locations. It's not like Cyberpunks and your Skyrims where you open up Vortex and then boom, mod complete. Now it's old school, dragging file to file. And if you mess anything up, you gotta have the extra save folders and all this other dumb crap. And now all of a sudden, crap is broken like every fucking week or less. This ain't something I'm used to, okay? Cyberpunk, my mods are good for like months. Skyrim, my mods have been good forever. Fallout, forever, dang near. Outside of those trashy next-gen updates, which costed me a lot of mods, unfortunately. But, you ain't gotta worry about updating mods for a hot minute. With this GTA, suddenly I gotta update my mods every 3 days. I'm sick of it. Because that means all the clothing mods and everything I download don't work. And I ain't even downloaded none yet. And they just don't work. Alright, that's a full 10. Let's move on to the next. Alright, we are on Irish V now. I think for OG V's photos, we're going to keep hers without the film grain. But for Irish V here, I have an idea. Okay, I've done this in the past with this character where I made it look like she was in Ireland. What I'm going to do is we're going to make it look like she's in Ireland again. But for the Blue Hour look. For this one. And we're going to have this absolutely gargantuan fucking castle in the background because swag. You know what I'm saying? Although I think I should do the cathedral instead. I think the cathedral will look more monolithic in a way. Matter of fact, yeah. I think this will look more old world, more monolithic, more... I mean, obviously you can't get that much more old world than a castle because that's literally what they are. I don't think they build castles in the modern day any dang more. But in terms of like what the look I'm going for, because this is my golf character. She's, out of all my characters, she's the only one that really rocks the golf style. I think it'll be perfect. We have a gargantuan fucking cathedral in the back. Right, and then put that in the ground a bit. We're gonna have her like way up here. Like way up here. I was gonna use this one, but I ain't add enough grass. So we'll go like way back up here. We're gonna make that thing just absurdly large. Probably put like a planet or two in the background. Trying to get that golf look. For this one, we will actually be using film grain. Will be much more proper for this photo instead of OGV just chilling on the beach. I mean, the film grain could work in that too, obviously, but for this one, I think it'll make a lot more sense. It just makes sense. Jim B, hear ye, hear ye. Make it fucking stupendously large. That over to the side a little bit. Back that lighting up just a bit. That proper look going here. I'll say volumetric should be off. We're gonna put a bunch of grass about here. And that should do the trick. Because obviously if she's in Ireland, there's gotta be grass. Okay. Irish V, we're on here. No such thing as not it. Could you imagine Ireland without grass? No, you couldn't. That wouldn't even make sense. She got these absurdly tall boots on. Can't really see them, so she's gonna be sitting up pretty dang high. I might switch them back to the black ones, though. I think the black ones look a little better. Although with this one, she got white. They kind of match with the fit a little bit more. Well, I mean, you can't not match black. She's wearing mostly black, gray, and white, so it'd be impossible not to match. Duplicate. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, what am I doing right now? More grass. How tall is this grass? Not too tall. We would have to add a lot of grass, actually. Go ahead to the side a little bit more. And That'll start to do the trick, at least for the foreground. And the background, we're just gonna make it much more dense. Alrighty, here we are. Look at that. Now that is Blue Hour, baby. Holy. Now we got it done for this one, you know what I'm saying? Oh snap. I think I left film grain off on accident. Whoops. Why is the light so low? So we're gonna do, or I'm probably gonna stick with a single lamp for this one. Just because, as you can see, it got that real perfect early morning, foggy Ireland look. Which is exactly what you need for an Irish character, okay? And the massive cathedral in the background. Which from here you can't truly tell how big it is, which is the whole point. I don't want you to really know how big it is, because of how far away she is from it. Unless we were closer, which we are not. What makes it perfect. Okay. We have it 7:30 and foggy. I'm like, okay, with early in the morning has a better looking blue hour than when the day is going down. I'm like, let me do it early in the morning and see what that looks like. There's the sheer size of the boots that she's wearing. So she's probably like 6 foot something right now with these dang boots on. Which is some absurd level height with these dang boots. To make a character that's average height and turn them into 6 foot something. Or maybe not 6 foot something, but 6 foot for sure. I gotta use these boots. This is my only golf style character. I downloaded these boots specifically for this character. Because not a single other character will use them. Maybe Japanese V, that's about it. Everybody else, you would not be seen rocking these boots. One lamp might not work. The lighting is adjusting itself a lot. That's probably not going to work too well for what we're trying to do here. Let me just snap a picture real quick, see what happened. Okay, it didn't adjust, so that's good. Not adjust. We can use this right here. Stretch real quick. See what that looks like. That's good, but I think I like the single lamp. The problem is I don't know if it's going to keep adjusting on us. May not know if the adjustment situation destroy all. Let me do a spotlight. Maybe that'll work a little better. Back. Add a secondary light for our background lighting. That joint way back there at the front of the church. Dang near at least. Okay, yeah, it's about at the church. Go ahead, scale. Oh my goodness. Did not know you could do that. Wow, just look at that. You notice something new every day, man. I've been using this mod for a minute. I did not know you could do that. Oh yeah, it's at the church for sure. Just to add a little bit of extra background lighting that might help keep it from adjusting when we don't want it to. Keep the lighting from adjusting when we don't need it or want it to. Surprisingly, we don't really have to touch the light itself very much. Oh, whoops. At like 5. Ooh, it's got her up there in height, so I should do the trick. Or you know what? No. She doesn't have enough light on her face. Like 3. Okay, there we go. See if that'll adjust. It did not, so that's good. If it doesn't adjust, that's good. That's exactly what you're looking for. It's for it to not adjust. Now, I wanted to go with the black boots because the jacket is supposed to be white, but it's more along the lines of gray. But if we use the black boots, we're not going to be able to see them quite as easily. Like, I want you to be able to see the boots, okay? I want you to be able to see the boobs. Sheer egregiousness of them. Gargantuan fucking super boots. Look like the dang boots that the big zombie dudes from Resident Evil was wearing, the Tyrants. What's the movie? One of the movies, one of the Resident Evil movies from like 2012, I think. Big fool look crazy. The lighting has adjusted at some point. I can tell. I just don't know where. Probably don't need too much of that. I think it adjusted. I can't actually tell all that much. I'm messing up anyways. I'm not supposed to be doing it through photo mode. I'm supposed to be using it through what's the name? Steam, so I can put the film grain on. Give it that grainy early morning look. I'm messing up. These are very clean though. But yeah, no, I'm messing up. I wanted to do that. I wanted the grain to be in there. That film grain. Say boom. And do we do clarity? Nah, clarity is a bit much. I don't think we'll be needing the clarity, just the film grain. Back it on up. Let's increase, or let's decrease depth of field a little bit. I don't think it needs to be that high. The church is so far back, you're not even gonna be able to see it all that much. So the film grain is still gonna actively do its job well without having to be super close. That back to where we were, which I believe about here. Back to that first pose. Oh. So now we got the film grain. Hold the mouse down. My fool self last time we was in the noir photo session. My fool self was using the controller when I forgot all you gotta do is hold down the mouse button. Boom, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Had to do all that extra stuff. You see it changes, it adjusts like quite a bit when I get closer to the character. I was supposed to change her eye color and completely forgot. I didn't want her to have the purple eyes no more. I'm gonna give her some more natural green eye. Oh, well, never mind. I can't do that because I forgot to find a mod that gives more natural eye colors. If anybody know any, let me know. I'm pretty sure I got one saved. I just keep forgetting to download it. I've been a little busy as of lately, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm actually recording this on a dang Wednesday because I ain't got crap for Friday and any day past that, so I'm messing up. Been a little busy. I ain't even uploaded Tuesday on my gaming channel. I could not think of anything to record. I mean, I had a couple of ideas, but I wasn't going to be able to get them done in time. I think what I'm gonna do for the gaming channel is just kind of like chill stuff, like stuff that I want to goof around with, but nothing like too serious. So probably like some mod showcases, fun mod showcases and stuff like that, versus trying to do full-on playthroughs. Playthroughs are just too time-consuming. I wanted to bring those back, but they are extremely time-consuming because a lot of those DLCs are long, and you got to do a healthy amount of that. You gotta do a healthy amount of that stuff before you actually even come close to finishing. Oh, I messed up. I hit the what's the name button. Delete. Here we go. Let's see what those look like real quick. They're clean. That's what they look like. They're properly though. I messed up. They're very time consuming. Playthrough videos are no joke. You're gonna do playthroughs, that better be your main thing, for real, for real. You're gonna do playthroughs, it better be your main thing, because if it ain't, that crap is time consuming. Especially if you're not like big into playing games that you don't really care for, that don't really spark your imagination very much, but people want to see you play through it. Some games get long. Like back in the day when I did used to do playthrough videos, man, San Andreas, it was a game I loved as a child, but as an adult, I'm like, this is the very typical old game. The challenges are not even challenges, they're just playing you the whole dang time. Kind of like Saints Row, where in Saints Row 1, when I was playing that, they had 11 dudes on one roof with fucking rocket launchers, and that was the challenge. Like, that's not a challenge, that's just called getting played, okay? Nothing challenging about 11 dudes on the roof with rocket launchers, that's just you getting played. Challenging is like Atomic Heart, you know, where it's a puzzle game, and if you're not big into puzzles, then you're gonna struggle a bit. Old games don't give you puzzles, they give you 16 dudes chasing you down with vehicles that don't blow up while also spraying full autos and barely missing. You know, that's not a challenge, that's just some bullcrap. That's called old game magic. And San Andreas was filled to the brim with old game magic. After all, it is an old game. And I never finished it, because I think I got up to the part with the pimp dude in San Fierro. There was a mission that we had to do with him. No. I got to 0 with those stupid little airplanes. I ain't gonna say too much, because, you know, there might be somebody who might want to play through it themselves, or playing through it currently. I ain't gonna say much of nothing, but it was, I got up to 0 with those dumb little airplane missions. I quit there. I was like, I give up. So I moved up to GTA 4, and I ended up not even finishing that. I was like, I think I've realized that I don't really give a crap to play a story game unless it involves my character that I've created. You know, Nico, he seemed like a cool guy, but I don't really give a crap about what he doing. You know what I mean? I'd rather do a story with my character. So when I did Cyberpunk, oh man, I had a great time on Cyberpunk. Had a great time on Skyrim. All those joints. The problem is they're still very time consuming. I'll be wanting to, but it's like, this is gonna take me like, I'd have to consistently play this like for the next couple of days for this to work properly. If I don't, then I ain't gonna get the story done in time. Can't turn her head no farther than that. I'll make her look at the camera. But I do not think we can make her turn any further than that. Her eyes ain't at all. Oh. Alright, well they did for a little bit. They stopped. Alright, let's just have her now look at the camera then. Fine. It's her neck. Her neck is colliding with itself. That's the problem I'm having here. Not even... Don't look right. Something's clearly off. Her head is colliding with itself, dude. Her neck, I mean. I might have her too far turned to the side. Let me try something else. Back into place here. But yeah, I never did get back into the playthrough videos. They were just... Time consumption was madness. Because a lot of them games were stupidly long. You just can't fly through them. San Andreas was like 33 hours. GTA 4, I think, was around that amount of time. GTA 5 was even longer. I think that game was like 50 hours. Dude. I don't know if I want to play GTA 5 for 50 hours. I already did that 38 for fucking, Mafia 3. That's why to this day people still think people still think I'm from the South. That dang game corrupted my brain, dude. A lot of words I say with a slight southern accent, which I do not naturally have because I've never lived on the South in my life. Never even been on the South. I've been on the East Coast, and for like 70% and like 80-90% of my life on the West Coast. But that dang mafia dude hearing Louisiana accents for 38 hours straight took over my dang brain. Alright, and boom. Character has a little jaw. I just realized that. She has that she has that she has the rat face structure. I've kind of always known, but I'm only just now realizing it for real. I mean, she still looks great, obviously, but her facial structure is definitely that facial type where the nose sticks out way farther than everything else. I never realized that until now. Like, for real. She looked great, though, so it's all good. Okay, how many we got? Where we at? 3 more? Alrighty. You know what I'm saying? That dang game, boy, I couldn't play it after a while. I'm like, this is fucking dumb. I had to retire from the playthroughs. That was and it didn't help because what I had did, it was going perfectly fine until I made it where people can vote on games they want to see. And while the idea of that was cool, what I did not realize is a lot of those games I'm probably not gonna like very much. I'm being 100% with you. I have never really been the biggest fan of a lot of old games. They all play horribly a lot of the times. You have to be a true video game lover. And even then, that still might not be true. A lot of old games, man, they want nothing but suffering in them old games. One time when I was younger, my dad had told me a story how Mega Man had made him so mad that he took a pellet gun and shot the disc. I was like, dang, old games must be rough. And then I started actually getting into some of them older games my dang self. Outside of like Quake and stuff like that, oh my goodness, I cannot stand a lot of older games. They are absolutely infuriating. Like when I played Saints Row 1. Why is there 11 dudes on the roof with rocket launchers? How did they get these rocket launchers? Why do these gang members have the access to that many rocket launchers? Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen a couple of goofy people on the internet with rocket launchers. But let's keep it 100 here. Those are 99% most likely fucking duds. There's no way in the world you're just gonna normally get your hands on a whole RPG and not have the FBI on your neck. It's a fucking RPG. That's not something you can just get. But yet, on Saints Row, there was 11 of these dudes on a roof with RPGs just firing them dang things, man. They was just firing them. And they shooting these things fast. These dudes, these dang gang member dudes somehow have the ability to shoot a rocket launcher at unprecedented speeds, number one. Okay, these dudes must have been in the military at some point and had a lot of training with these RPGs because they just letting them joints go. Okay. I've seen many videos with people shooting rocket launchers and stuff, and I ain't never to this day seen a video of people reloading RPGs in which the speed them NPCs was reloading them RPGs and just launching them joints at you. I ain't never seen that before. I don't know, somebody link me a video. Maybe there is some training out there where people got the abilities to shoot a rocket launcher and reload it within, 2 seconds or so or less. But in Saints Row, man, these dudes had some form of insane military training, because they was just letting them dang rocket launchers go. Just firing them dang things, and there's like 11 of them on the roof. Then there was a couple of other missions. I'm like, man, Saints Row 1 had an absolutely fantastic storyline, but because of how old it was, it killed it for me. I did finish the game because it was much more manageable than any of the GTA games. Budget is definitely the reason why GTA was able to surpass Saints Row, because there's not a single GTA game that is as enjoyable as a old, how beautiful that is, as an old Saints Row. The old Saints Row games were way more fun. I was very surprised. GTA 3 was cool up until the end, where missions just started turning stupid out of no dang where. That's what we was doing right here. 730 with the fog, giving you that quite delightful blue hour look, because if we put it too far back, it's gonna be too gray. Night City is a little too polluted. We can't get a proper blue, so I'm like, okay, I gotta do something here. I want the blue hour look. Night City is so dang heavily polluted, I can't get the blue hour, so I'm like, oh, boom, let me just make it foggy. That'll make it look like it's super early in the morning. A nice Irish dew morning with that proper blue look. Which in the picture, of course, we were able to enhance it because it wasn't quite this dark. Close to, but not quite. Yeah. Budget is the reason why Rockstar was able to surpass Volition, because I had fun on all the Saints Row games. Even the old one was still fun, even though I got played a lot because, you know, old game mysteries. Way more fun. I didn't complete. Only GTA game I completed was 3. The rest of them were too fucking annoying. Vice City, they didn't even do the dang controls right, so I'm like, I ain't even gonna waste the time, because my brother and my dad had told me that that game sucks just like 3, and I knew I could definitely trust the word, my dad's word, because when he played the game, it was brand spanking new, and even he said it's the same as GTA 3, but more annoyances come in with all the extra little airplanes and other dumb crap that you gotta do. You know, they were great games for their time, but when you don't play old games, because every old game you played, you were like less than 10 years old, and then you try to go back to them after playing newer games, it's not the way. It is not the way. Let's see how big I actually made it. It sucks. I gotta keep it 100 with you. It fucking sucks. I never even finished them joints. I'm like, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot. I cannot continue with these playthrough videos. That wasn't on this channel, though. That was my old channel. My current gaming channel. This is pretty dang massive. You know what's crazy? This might not even be that ridiculous. I think all we did was just make a normal size cathedral. Let me see. Oh yeah, for sure. We just made a normal size cathedral. All we did was scale it up to its proper size, because this is definitely not right. This is a dang cathedral for meerkats or something. It's the Church of Meerkat right here. Oh my goodness. This is a prairie dog church. Yes, all we did was scale it to the proper size. Alright, my good peoples. That is a full 30 plus 5. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and notification bell. Share with your people, join the Legendary Clan Sports Channel, become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out the new merch, man. That crap is absolutely swaggy, boy. Consider becoming a member. I got little perks and stuff like that if you want. Instagram, that's where I post most of these photos, and Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. With that being said, I'm out.